You see it in the way she lingers just a second too long when you speak, in the way she suddenly mirrors your words, your energy, your rhythm. You feel it when she asks you casual questions about your plans, but there's something beneath the surface, something unspoken, obsession. But here's the thing, she'll never admit it, not outright. A younger woman who's hooked on you won't come out and say it. But psychology doesn't lie. There are clear signs that she's thinking about you constantly. And if you know what to look for, you'll see them everywhere. Here are 5 undeniable signs she's secretly obsessing over you. Sign 1, emotional contagion. She feels what you feel. A woman who's obsessed with you doesn't just listen, she absorbs. When you're in a good mood, she lights up. When you're distant, her energy shifts. And if you pull back, even slightly, she starts searching for the reason why. This is called emotional contagion. Her brain is wired to sync with yours, whether she realizes it or not. It's why she suddenly picks up your slang, why her texting style starts to look like yours. It's why she starts listening to the same music you do, dressing a little more like the women she thinks you'd find attractive. She's not just attracted, she's aligning herself with you on a subconscious level. Now, here's where most men go wrong. They take this as a sign to reward her, to get excited, to start giving her more attention. But a high-value man does the opposite. He observes, he lets it unfold, because the more she invests, the deeper she falls. Sign 2, she future paces without realizing it. She won't say, "I want to be with you," but she will say, "We should go there sometime," or "You'd love this place." She's placing you in her future, because in her mind, you're already there. This is future pacing, and it's one of the clearest signs of emotional attachment. It's subtle, but it's intentional. She might joke about our future dog, or mention a concert months from now that she happens to have an extra ticket for. And the key here, she's not asking, you're just included. Women don't do this with men they see as temporary. When a woman sees you as a short-term fling, there's no we, no one day, no sometime. Now, here's your move. Don't validate it. Don't jump in and start planning your future together. Just let it sit. Because the more uncertain she is about where she stands with you, the harder she works to secure her place in your life. Sign 3, micro expressions of distress when you withdraw. A younger woman who's obsessed won't beg for your attention. She won't text you first every time. She won't make it obvious, but her body will betray her. This is where you need to pay attention, not to what she says, but to the tiny shifts in her energy, the slight pause before she responds, the way her smile fades for half a second when you mention another woman, the quick blink, the forced laugh, the momentary tension in her shoulders before she regains control. These are micro-expressions, split-second flashes of real emotion before she masks it. They happen when you take longer to reply, when you say you're busy, when she realizes you're not as available as she thought. And here's where most men fail. They assume if a woman isn't showing jealousy, she doesn't care. But the women who are most obsessed, they hide it the best. They'll pretend to be indifferent, but they'll test you. They'll bring up other men just to see how you react. They'll act like they're too busy to care, while secretly checking to see if you've watched their stories, if you've liked their posts, if you've noticed their absence. Because a woman who's truly unbothered, she doesn't play these games. But a woman who's obsessed, she'll make sure she's just present enough to stay in your mind, while waiting for you to confirm that she's still in yours. Sign 4, she accidentally leaves personal items behind. When a woman is obsessed, she wants a reason to stay connected, even if she doesn't say it outright. One of the subtlest ways she does this, leaving things behind. A scarf, a lip balm, an earring in your car. It's never something valuable, just small enough that she doesn't have to demand it back, but significant enough to give her an excuse to reach out. Now, most men overlook this. They assume it's a mistake, but a high-value man sees it for what it is, a subconscious way of maintaining presence in your life. Because the moment she leaves something with you, a part of her stays with you. It's a psychological hook, object permanence attachment, where she feels connected, even when you're not around. And here's where it gets interesting. If you want to test how deep this runs, don't bring it up. Don't offer to return it right away. Watch how long she lets it go before she realizes she left it. If she's obsessed, she'll remember, and the longer you hold on to it, the more it lingers in her mind. Sign 5. She starts adopting your values and beliefs. Attraction is one thing, but obsession? That's when she starts becoming a reflection of you. Psychologists call this social identity theory. When someone deeply invested in a person begins absorbing their mindset, their interests, even their worldview. It starts small. Maybe she suddenly takes an interest in your hobbies. Maybe she wasn't into fitness before, but now she's hitting the gym. Maybe she used to hate the kind of music you listen to, but now she's sending you songs from that same genre. This isn't random. It's a subconscious way of aligning herself with you, of making sure she fits into your world. And the real test: watch how she reacts when you share a strong opinion. If she's obsessed, she won't challenge it. She'll agree, or she'll adjust her stance just to match yours. Because in her mind, your validation means more than her previous beliefs. And once that happens, she's already too far gone. Most men stop at the obvious signs, but a woman who's truly obsessed will reveal herself in ways that go deeper. Here's one more psychological trigger you need to watch for. She tries to make you jealous, but subtly. When a woman is obsessed, she wants to feel desired and irreplaceable in your life. If she senses any uncertainty, whether real or imagined, she'll subtly test your level of investment. And one of the most psychologically predictable ways she does this? By triggering jealousy. But here's the key: it's rarely direct. She won't openly admit she wants your attention. Instead, she'll drop hints, create scenarios, or play mind games designed to make you wonder. She casually mentions a guy hitting on her, but reassures you it was nothing. She suddenly posts more provocative photos online, ones designed to get attention, but only after you start pulling away. She delays responding to your texts when she normally replies instantly, just to see if you notice. This behavior is driven by intermittent reinforcement psychology, a phenomenon where unpredictable responses heighten emotional attachment. When she isn't sure how you'll react, her brain releases more dopamine, making the obsession even stronger. But here's the biggest mistake most men make. They fall into the trap and validate the test by showing jealousy or seeking reassurance. A high-value man, on the other hand, remains indifferent. And that's what keeps her obsessed. Because in her mind, if she can't shake your composure, she hasn't fully won you yet. And that uncertainty, that's what keeps her chasing. The final takeaway: what you do with this power matters. Now that you see the signs, the question is, how do you handle them? Most men, the moment they sense a woman is obsessed, start seeking validation from it. They push harder. They try to lock her down. And in doing so, they kill the very energy that made her obsessed in the first place. But a high-value man, he understands detachment. He doesn't chase. He doesn't validate unnecessarily. And most importantly, he stays in control. Because here's the truth: the moment she knows she has you, the game is over. So instead, let her obsession grow. Observe. Let her come to you. And always remember, the more she invests, the deeper she falls. That's the difference between a man who reacts to attraction and a man who commands it. Now, the choice is yours. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more psychology-backed insights on attraction, power, and high-value masculinity. Stay sharp, stay in control. See you in the next one.